Hi friends! My name is Lisa and I'm the Education Coordinator at the Financial and Consumer Services Commission. Part of my job is to talk to people all over the province and share information to help them make smart spending and savings choices. I'm excited to share with you a great way to practice spending and saving your money, the GIST method. GIST stands for giving, investing, saving, and spending. I have one son. His name is Alex, and he's 24 years old. Even though he's a grown-up now, we started using the GIST method when he was in grade 4. We went to a local dollar store and got 4 jars, and we wrote the names on each jar. Each time he got money from doing chores around the house or for his birthday or Christmas, we would divide the money evenly between each jar. And you can choose whatever way you want to divide your money. So, for example, if he got $20, we would put, you guessed it, $5 in each jar. So, I have some stories to share to teach you about what each jar means. But I'm going to start my stories with one about the second jar, investing. Now, Alex loves video games. He always wanted a Game Boy when he was a little boy. In case you haven't heard of them, a Game Boy is a handheld video game system, like a 3DS, but old school. I asked Alex if he thought a Game Boy would cost a lot of money. He said yes, but maybe I could save for it. I told him that was a great idea. Then I asked if he thought it would take a long time to save for a Game Boy. He thought about it some more, and then he said, yes, I think so. I told him when you save for something for a long time, that is sort of like investing. Investing is more than just saving. Think of investing as a long-term way to help your money grow. There are lots of different types of investments too, from savings accounts at a bank to stocks and bonds. Can you think of things that might take a long time to save for? If you said things like a house or a car or a vacation, or maybe to go to university, then those are great examples. Also, lots of people put money away for many, many years while they are working, so they have money saved up to use when they want to retire. And that means stop working. So, when Alex was just 9 years old, saving up for a Game Boy was a big investment for him. Now, I'm heading back to the first jar, giving. So, Alex took almost a whole year to save for his Game Boy. When he had enough money, we went to the store and he bought it all by himself. And he was very proud. He played with it for about 6 months. And then he said, Mom, there's a new version of the Game Boy out. Can I get it? I reminded him about how good it felt to save for the Game Boy he already had. And he decided to keep putting money aside in his investing jar to save for the new version of his game. That took him about another 6 months to save so that he could get the newer version. Before we went to the store to buy it though, I asked him what he wanted to do with the old Game Boy. It wasn't broken, and he even had a few games to go with it. He looked at me and he said, I think I want to give it to some kids that don't have any toys. I was very proud of him. I told him that even though he had been saving money in his giving jar, it didn't always have to be money that we give to help others. We decided though to take his Game Boy, his extra games, and all the money he had saved so far in his giving jar to a women's shelter where we lived. Alex and I went to the shelter, and he told the woman that worked there why he was there and gave her the game and the money. She was very grateful and told Alex that what he was doing would make a lot of kids very happy because sometimes they come to the shelter with nothing Alex felt really good hearing that. Many years later, I asked Alex if he remembered when we visited that shelter. He told me he did, and that it still makes him realize that there are always people that need our help, and that we should try to give to those who are less fortunate when we can. He also said that sometimes when he's at the store and he's about to buy something, he thinks, do I really need this? I don't know. Maybe I should use this money to help someone else instead of buying this treat for myself. What a great lesson. Can you think of other places you could give money or your time to help others? Some ideas could be homeless shelters, the SPCA or animal shelters, food banks, hospitals, maybe the breakfast program at your school, or sometimes helping your elderly neighbors shovel their driveway, mow their lawn, or weed their gardens. Now we can talk about the third jar, savings. Think of this jar as more like short-term savings. This makes it different from investing, which can take a long time. And maybe your savings can be for things like a new game, a special hat or shirt you've been wanting, sports equipment to play your favorite sports, art supplies, whatever you're interested in. The money in your savings jar could also be used to buy a present for someone in your family or even a friend too. And you don't always have to have something you're saving for. It's also a good idea to have a little bit of money saved up for emergencies. The last jar is for spending. This is the jar to use when you want to get a treat, go to the movies with your friends, maybe even buy your lunch at school. This money doesn't stick around very long though. There you have it, the meaning of each of the jars. It's also important to remember that if you use the GIST method, remember giving, investing, saving, and spending, you can have money for more of the things you want. So when you get, say, that $20 for your birthday, instead of spending it all in one place at the candy store and having nothing left, you can divide it into your jars and save to be able to do lots more of the things you love. I hope that the GIST method will help you with saving and spending your money. I can't wait to visit you again to share more about smart spending and savings. Bye for now.